What's going on? It's Astronaut H, and this is the What More Do You Want Network. Now, in this video, I will be discussing tonight's game between the Chicago Bulls and Charlotte Hornets, and of course, this is my Bulls report. Now, after dropping their last two games, the Chicago Bulls basically was looking for a way to lift morale, so to speak. You know, a team that's right there playing and coming on the close of a season that wasn't very to the I would say to the liking of, the fan base, dealing with injuries and dealing with, trade talks and dealing with all of these things. And so for the Chicago Bulls to face off against the Hornets, who themselves have faced a low in the year, get these guys out of the way and look forward to your next opponent. Have a few days off. Look forward to the next opponent. That's basically the way I looked at this game. You have a few days off. You look forward to the next matchup, and your next matchup is against a team that, is going to be right there come April. So, like I said, man, the Chicago Bulls elected to go with in the starting lineup tonight. You had Alex Caruso, Patrick Beverly, DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, and Nikola Vucevic versus a depleted Charlotte Hornets roster. Their only starter was P.J. Washington. Everybody else was either a young and up-and-comer or a guy that hasn't seen minutes during the regular season. Now, Vucevic did get to the line to start the game, and the Bulls were up one, but you did see Zach LaVine pass it to Alex Caruso for three. Vucevic was in the post. The Bulls do jump out to an 8-0 early lead. You did see P.J. Washington hit a three. So, DeMar DeRozan comes down to get an and one. Patrick Beverly was getting buckets early, but the Hornets were turning the ball over, and by turning the ball over, I mean it just seemed like you were watching a team that didn't have a lot of continuity. A lot of guys was in different spots. You could tell they weren't supposed to be there. It was a lot going on in basically like offensively when it came to the Charlotte Hornets in this particular game. Zach LaVine did turn the ball over after and led to a Hornets break. And that was basically Zach was moving a little too fast for my liking. I mean, you do want to see guys get out on a break, but he was a little out of control on that particular play. You seen Alex Caruso did get to the rim. The Bulls defense was turning into offense early, but P.J. Washington was keeping those guys in the game early. And we knew when, not a lot of starters as far as no LaMelo, no Terry Rozier, no Kelly Oubre, no Gordon Hayward. He is the one that's going to put up a majority of the shots. But you did see Zach LaVine get to the rim. And the Hornets was making a game. They were definitely making a game, but the Bulls were up 7. You seen Patrick Williams come off the bench and put up a nice three. And Book Knight got in there and starting to make an impact. DeRozan himself made a three. And the Bulls, after one, were up 8, 31-33. Now, of course, after the first 12 minutes, I said, if the Bulls can find a way to do this 3 more times, you win the game, basically. Now, in the second quarter, you did see DeMar DeRozan get the first 2 of the second, and Book Knight just kept coming on, honestly. He was the most aggressive player for the Charlotte Hornets, honestly, because P.J. Washington did go out with an injury to his foot, I believe. Now, you did see DeMar DeRozan start to get to his spots in the mid-range. Kobe White come off the bench with a 3, and the Bulls were up 14 at one point in the second quarter. Andre Drummond came off the bench, and I heard something in the game that spoke about Andre Drummond and the reason why he wasn't in the Bulls' last outing, and that was due to him taking a mental health day. And I want to say something about that. I always talk about this channel is about basketball. It's all about sports. We want to keep it sports related. We never want to talk about off the court issues with anything that's going on with players, because that's not really what I want this particular channel to be about. But Andre Drummond taking a mental health day was something that I applaud, and I feel like, for players' health, player safety. I mean, injuries suck, but there's other things going on that, the body and mind, they can't be one. They have to be one. And if one thing is telling you, if you have a lot going on, definitely, definitely, definitely do not be afraid to say something. Now, you did see Kobe White threes. McGowan's was getting to the rim. He did have a dunk. I believe he had a poster dunk at one point in tonight's game. The Bulls, they just weren't looking focused at times. You seen every time the Bulls got a lead, the Hornets were pushing back. And that isn't to discredit the Charlotte Hornets, but the Chicago Bulls should know, put this team away early when you have the chance. Now, Zach LaVine got in. He hit a three. And the Bulls' second quarter, they started to turn the ball over. The Hornets, again, continued to play hard with their young core. Alex Caruso was getting open from the arc. You seen Zach LaVine in transition, and the Bulls was up 16 in the second. At halftime, the Bulls were up 62-46. And again, like I said, put together another 24 minutes of that. You win this game running away. Vucevic was in the post early in the third. You seen the Bulls go up by 17. Alex Caruso with a great move to the rim. I believe it was like a up and under, or Jordan-esque. I'm not going to go that far. Do not, shoot the messenger, so to speak. But you seen DeMar DeRozan start to get to his spots. Zach LaVine to the rim for and one. Patrick Williams 3. Vucevic points in the paint. You seen threes from Patrick Williams in the third. But after 3, the Bulls were up 90-77. And that was basically the course of action for the basketball game. In the fourth quarter, Billy Donovan elected to go with more of, some guys that weren't getting minutes during the season. A lot of guys that was called up. You seen Dalen Terry in the fourth quarter, Ayo Dosunmu in the fourth quarter, Patrick Williams in the fourth quarter, but no DeMar DeRozan, no Zach LaVine, mainly no Vucevic. So you didn't see Alex Caruso or Patrick Beverley in the fourth quarter either for Chicago. They basically won this game running away, especially in the fourth quarter where the Bulls scored 31 to the Hornets 14. The Bulls win by 30 points tonight by a final score of 121-91. The Chicago Bulls are now 36-40 with that win tonight. Like I said, the high man for Charlotte was McCulloch. I believe that's his last name. He had 16. Oh, excuse me. Bouknight had 22. So he was the high man with six rebounds and 4 assists. High man for Chicago was a tie between their 2 star players, Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan, both with 23. You see Nikola Vucevic in there with 21 and 8 rebounds. No double-double for Vucevic tonight. Patrick Beverley with 4 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. You seen Alex Caruso with 10 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. DeMar DeRozan did have 3 rebounds and 4 assists to go along with his 23 points. Andre Drummond with 11 rebounds and 6 points off the bench. Kobe White with 11 points, 5 rebounds, and 7 assists off the bench. It was a collective. Seeing so many guys in double figures tonight definitely warmed my spirit as a Bulls fan. But again, these games are the games you are supposed to win between the lower level competition of the NBA. And to see the Bulls win and beat the Hornets by 30 going away before they go back home to face off against the Memphis Grizzlies is definitely something that you could tip your hat at. But again, the Bulls still have a long way to go. Every game counts from here on out. Looking at the Bulls' closing schedule, in April, they face off against the Grizzlies, the Hawks, the Bucks, the Mavericks, the Pistons. And, just looking at that schedule, it's not a gauntlet, but every game down the stretch counts. You have to play hard. You have to get these wins. And these are the wins that have to be, won in different ways. You can't go out there with the same game plan against each and every team and think you're going to come out on the winning end the same exact way. You're definitely going to have to come out more aggressive versus a team like Memphis, because you know what you're getting into when you face off against a team that has one of the most explosive and exciting players in Ja Morant. Not only him, but also Desmond Bane, Dylan Brooks, Jaren Jackson Jr. I mean, the list goes on and on. They had a lethal shooter in Luke Kennard. So definitely that game is going to be won. I believe it's going to be won in a sense of what stars show up more in that particular game. But again, the Chicago Bulls do win tonight versus the Charlotte Hornets by a final score of 121-91. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Bulls fans, Hornets fans, or if you're just an NBA fan and this is your first time tuning into this channel, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can know anytime a video is being uploaded to this channel. Is Astronaut H. This is the What More Do You Want Network, and I catch you guys on the next video.